What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars News Roundup. It's been a while since we've done any of these. We took a little break, and now there is some news to talk about as well, about two series coming up. First, let's talk about Cassian Andor. Deadline had an interview with Cassian Andor actor Diego Luna, who said, "We're done with the shooting now and getting it ready for audiences to see. You'll definitely see some familiar faces." Which, none of that is really surprising. Well, I'm glad to know that they're done filming.
Yes.
But saying that there are going to be familiar faces is like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, didn't someone let it slip that Forrest Whitaker was going to be in this?
I think Stellan Skarsgård said that he had some scenes with Forrest Whitaker and they were fun to shoot. We know Genevieve O'Reilly's going to be in it, so there's Mon Mothma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, of all of the shows to have cameos, I'm like, well, this is the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Especially when it's the birth of the rebellion. Like, I want to see Mon Mothma and Saw Gerrera butting heads. Like, maybe they work together at the start and they drift apart.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any character that maybe hasn't been mentioned that you do want to see?
I mean, it would be cool to see more stuff on, like, the Imperial side. I don't want them to bring back CGI Tarkin, but maybe, like, someone who looks kind of like Tarkin, or, like, it'd be cool to see, like, Mahdi, or, you know, any of those, like, Imperial officers that we've seen in the originals might be kind of cool.
You know, I think that, I mean, it's been another 6 years. I think getting Guy Henry back to play Tarkin, and especially just knowing how it's all going to be, like, I think I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Tivik in this, though.
Poor Tivik.
I know. Well, I think that having Tivik in this series would add so much to the beginning of Andor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've had this idea that they have a really long and trusting relationship. Tivik is his informant and has been for a long time. Maybe Tivik's injury is even Cassian's fault at some point, and then that's why he can't escape on the Ring of Kafrene, and why Cassian has to shoot him. And it, like, that just adds so much to that character who has a little bit part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to see that. I also like the idea of actors who come in for a show and they have, like, one little guest bit, and then they are like, well, that's it for me. And then they get bigger and bigger parts. Like, what a story for that actor.
Yeah.
Like, I come in, I get shot in the back, and that's it. And then he gets to be a co-star or something, a guest star.
Let's get Admiral Raddus back in there.
Yes.
Because he is, like, super gung-ho to be involved. So any of the people in that big room where there's, like, just a bunch of people having conversations.
I bet we will see those senators again. I mean, Bail Organa seems like a given as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raddus is great. Draven, General Merrick, obviously, I'd love to see again.
Let's see Brea Organa.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Let's go to Alderaan.
I have not heard anyone mention that, and I think that's a fantastic idea. Well, now that shooting is done, do we have any idea, or do we want to guess on when this is going to come out?
I feel like this one wrapped shooting a lot quicker than most people thought, so maybe spring, summer of next year?
I'm going to think...
Or is that too early?
I think it's too early, just because it's 12 episodes. It's a longer series. I assume they'll be, like, half hour, kind of like The Mandalorian. They'll probably vary in length, but I think this is going to be later. Kenobi's only 6 episodes. It wrapped earlier, so I'm kind of expecting that to come out after the Book of Boba Fett. And then the Bad Batch Season 2 will be in there somewhere, and then at the end of the year, we might get Andor, and then Mando Season 3.
Yeah. Or they could save it for, like, beginning of the year of 2023.
How dare you know? I want it in 2022. They're done shooting it. It should be ready.
Well, if people go on strike, then nothing's going to be ready.
That's true. But I do think that 2022 is what they've been saying. But moving on, we have talked about this already. The Book of Boba Fett, but let's discuss it a little more today. StarWars.com revealed the series will be premiering on December 29th and goes on to say The Book of Boba Fett, a thrilling Star Wars adventure, finds legendary bounty hunter Boba Fett and mercenary Fennec Shand navigating the galaxy's underworld when they return to the sands of Tatooine to stake their claim on the territory once ruled by Jabba the Hutt and his crime syndicate.
Oof. Mouthful.
So yeah, December 29th. Thoughts?
I'm excited. I know you said that you were hoping it would be earlier, but I think this is good that, we can enjoy the holidays. And some people will argue that enjoying the holidays would be getting this earlier. But I mean, as far as people who talk about Star Wars for a living, we can wait till after the holidays to get back into work.
I wanted it earlier.
But I think this is a good time for it to come.
I was hoping for December 22nd. When they said Christmas, I was like, okay, they probably do mean around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So 29th is fine. It's just like one of those, yeah, you said it would come in 2021 and you made it by 2 days. Good job.
Well, I feel like the beginning of the year is always so depressing for everyone because everyone's like, all right, I should work out again or whatever. Got New Year's resolutions, but now I'll have Book of Boba Fett to talk about.
That is a good point because, the past 2 years we had Mandalorian and then it ends in December and then, seasonal depression kicks in.
Yeah.
You're like, I have nothing. Where's Baby Yoda gone?
Yeah.
Now, yeah, we're going to have Boba Fett to kick off the year and then things are just going to keep on coming. But I love the plot details as well. Just having something to go on, having a poster, finally getting some information about this series and that, yeah, this doesn't sound like a heroic story. I kind of thought, I was like, maybe Boba Fett's turning over a new leaf, but after reading this, I'm like, never mind, probably not.
Yeah, it's hard to tell who's going to be an antagonist, who's going to be a good guy or bad guy in this story. I mean, I feel like he might be both in this situation, but we'll just have to wait and see. I hope we get a trailer maybe next month.
I'm guessing November 12th, which, yeah, that is next month. November 12th is Disney Plus Day. I hope they don't wait that long to show us something. October, there's nothing else.
That fits pretty well.
I know. I'm just getting greedy. But, yeah, the whole underworld thing, and that they are specifically yep, this was Jabba's territory and we're taking it. So Hutts might come into play here. That would be fun.
No mention of Bib. And his short time in charge, Bib Fortuna.
Wasn't it Bib Fortuna's territory for a while? For 5 years. He didn't seem to be doing much with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to kick off in 2022, basically. So I guess we can just keep on our talk of when things are coming out. So that'll probably run, I'm going to assume 8 weeks. We've been throwing 6 out, but 8 episodes seems to be the norm.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll take us into February or March. And then we'll probably have a little break and then maybe Kenobi, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I do think that will be the next show after Book of Boba Fett.
Because that one is only 6 episodes. And then that would take us into May, which is around when The Bad Batch started last year. Or this past year.
Yeah, and you got to think about Celebration too. They're going to want to premiere things at Celebration, which is at the end of May.
That is a good point. So yeah, we could get some Andor stuff. I'm hoping new announcements. We might get some announcements in November as well, but anything they talk about I think would be for 2023 and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of the beyond, The Hollywood Reporter had some interesting stuff to say on their coverage of the Book of Boba Fett. It said the Book of Boba Fett will be the second live-action Star Wars series to debut on Disney+. The streamer also has a limited series centered on Obi-Wan Kenobi in the works, along with 2 other Mandalorian spin-offs, Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic. All told, Disney plans to air 11 Star Wars series in the next several years. So, I assume that that's still going to include, the ongoing series.
Yeah,
I think that's... not to get my hopes up, but...
I think that's including what they mentioned there.
So, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Rangers, The Bad Batch, Andor, The Acolyte. Now I think I'm running... Oh, Lando. So there might be 2 more that we haven't accounted for.
Did you say The Bad Batch sequel trilogy, not sequel season. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll announce something else. Do you think any of the new stuff is like already greenlit for a second season?
Well, I think the Book of Boba Fett, like, crew jackets and stuff say season 1 on them. So I think that probably hints that they are planning on more seasons. Especially if it's going to be part of this, like, build up to, I guess, one series might be like the Thrawn thing. Thrawn might get a series, or we could get like a mini series where all of these other things converge at the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess, but there's still one more out there then.
Grogu.
The Grogu Chronicles.
I mean, that's basically what The Mandalorian is, but...
Well, it was.
Yeah.
Who knows now? It's okay. But yeah, it's exciting to know that there is more stuff out there that we haven't heard about yet. That's always good to know. But that's it for news this week. So we'll try to keep up with this a little better as news continues to drop. But if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.